Hi, I'm Lorelei Shamayo. Thanks so much for joining us. We're interviewing the practitioners that share their work at the Metaphysical Empowerment events. We have our events throughout the Northwest now, in Seattle, Portland, Salem, and Eugene. Today I'm chatting with Deborah O'Brien. Deborah, I'm really curious about what you do. Please, could you share a little bit about your work?
Sure, I'd love to. I work with these beautiful and delightful energy healing practices that reprogram the field of information for healing the body, mind, and spirit, and particularly the emotions. The emotions are an energy that encumber the way we operate in the world. I'm a certified holy fire, Asui and Karuna Reiki master and teacher and practitioner. And I'm also working with the Chinese governing meridian system with a technique called the body code and the emotion code. The body code and emotion code were developed by a doctor who, it's a practice that uses the Chinese governing meridian for clearing energies. And that's what I'll be doing at the fairs, because it's a technique that can be done very efficiently and immediately in a open environment like that. So that's the technique I will be using mostly in this workshop and these events.
So, when someone wants to work with you, do they generally have an idea ahead of time of what they want to work on? Or is there some way that you sense what's there to work on when you're with them?
Well, I use a process that's very efficient. It's applied kinesiology, but it's evolved now for me into the use of a pendulum. Been working with the way of the heart, which is another practice that I do that I won't be able to utilize too much of that practice in that environment at the workshop, but I use in my private practice.
Mm-hmm.
And that process, I've learned a lot about how to use applied kinesiology and muscle testing and pendulum testing for accessing information in each individual's energetic field to guide a process that tells me what's there and needs to be cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Also, of course, I call in my guides. As Hui Master and Holy Fire Master, I work with the realm of the third heaven that brings guidance through the process for each individual as I sit with them and work with pendulum, asking yes and no questions for guiding a process for clearings.
And then when you discover something that would benefit from being cleared, is there an energetic process that you're doing with them, or is there an active process that they do with you? What is that like?
Yeah, well, mostly the person that I work with comes to me and we can briefly talk about what's going on for them in their life right at that point. If there's pain in the body or any kind of health issues or suffering in any way, if there are relationship issues, money issues, career issues, and we go to, what's going on for them at the moment, and then I can check field of information in their electrogeomagnetic field where all the information lies. It's really the realm of the subconscious that operates the system of the body, but also the way that we have where the trapped emotions are, which is really interesting. We can even have inherited trapped emotions and psychic traumas that need clearing, traumas from our history in this life or past lives. So in through the ancestral line. So we're able to very efficiently, once identified through the pendulum, clear them with swipes along the governing meridian.
Mm, I see. And
With
how
a
did
magnet.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I have a magnetic wand and a pendulum, and those are my tools.
That's great. And how did you start doing this work?
Well, I started Reiki has guided. It's really kind of opened the wisdom channel for guidance in my life back in the mid 90s. And I achieved master level training through the Asui tradition. And in 1996, I completed my master training and then followed through, was actually busy raising children as a single mom for many years through the real estate industry on the Oregon coast until things collapsed in 2008 and my life was redirected. And back to energy healing. And it was just such a natural fit for me to go this direction. I feel that life just sort of said, okay, done with that phase, time for something new. And it feels so right. And I've done a lot of personal healing with this. I also trained with the Institute for Integrative Nutrition to learn about how food is important to our health and how it guides and influences different aspects of our life, or how the choices we make each day as we eat and manage our food. So I do health and life coaching that works with food and nutrition in private programs. But in those programs, I also use these methods for healing. I'm an NLP trained too, neuro linguistic programming. So there are a lot of tools that I use. So then the body code and the motion code are the ones that I'll be using at the fairs mostly, and holy fire. A little bit of the beauty of the Reiki energies comes through as I bring in the guidance from the beings of light who help me in the process of discerning what's needed and helping to interact with people more gracefully and efficiently.
It's great. It's great hearing about the blend of all the different things too that you bring together.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really great. I love doing it.
And how can people reach out to you if they'd like to connect privately?
Well, I have a website. It's holylovereiki.com, and it's HOLYLOVEREIKI.com.
That's great.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good information there about Reiki and what I do. So yeah, that'd be a good place to start.
That's great. And so when people can come see you at our Metaphysical Empowerment events, you're in a lot of our different fairs. And so people can look up more about our events on the web at metaphysicalempowermentevents.com. Thanks so much, Deborah, for allowing us to interview you.
Oh, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I really enjoy what I do, and I like making a difference for people. And it's wonderful to see the shift that occurs.
Yeah, work is great.
Yes, it is. I love